P equals this thing, right? So now P depends on what variables? UV and a W. Okay? Now, U itself depends on how many variables? Okay. And V the same. And W the same, right?
Actually, it's just X and W is just X.
I don't actually know if I have any, because I got like a...
Both just X, right?
Yes, V and W is just X.
Okay, so that's nice, actually.
It's just like
That's very nice.
Okay. Now, he asks you, use the chain rule to find dp dy at this point. Now, he was extremely nice here in that he's asking you to find p sub y, right? Which, how many branches are there? There's only one branch that I can get that actually goes down that here, right?
He was very kind to that.
This? No. I'm going to multiply down the branch, so I know that dp dy will equal to dp du times du dy. So that's multiplying down branches. That when I say multiplying down branches, that means to get to here, I have to go from here to here. So it's p sub u times u sub y, right? Now, in this case we don't, but if you get a question on the exam that has two branches, I add the different branches together, right? For example, if this w is also dependent on y, then I do times dp dw times dw dy, right? If that existed. In this case, dw dy is 0, so this term doesn't exist. But does everyone understand what it means to add across branches and to multiply down branches? Okay. So, and second thing, if you're given this question on a free response, draw this, right? Give them as many ability to give you partial points as you can. Draw this. Remember on the quiz, I think it explicitly said draw it. Here it didn't, but you should draw it. Draw this, circle your paths, demonstrate you knew how to multiply down and add across branches. Then, let's plug stuff in. So P sub u is what? So if you, P is this, P sub u is equal to what? U over square root squared. If you're confused about how this came, do this. P is equal to u squared, v squared, w squared to the power of 1/2, right? So P sub u will equal 1 over 2 times u squared, v squared, w squared, negative 1/2, right? Because I subtract 1, times the derivative of the inside with respect to u. So that's 2u, right? So the 2's go away, and I'm left with a u in the numerator divided by the square root of this thing in the denominator. Okay? So that's P sub u. P sub v is very easy. This just becomes a v, right? Okay. W will be the same. So P sub u is this. If I plug this in at the point x, y equal to this, I'm confused because there's no x and there's no y there, right? What do I need to do to find what u, v, and w is? Plug them all in, right? So, okay, u evaluated the point is equal to what? So y is square root of 2 times e to the 0, which is 1, so that'll just stay. V at the point is equal to square root of 2 times, same thing, so it's also square root of 2, right? And w, 0. Okay. So I get the square root of 2 over the square root of 2 plus 2 plus 0. So it's the square root of 2 over square root of 4, which is indeed 2. So then I look, okay, that's one part. Now I need to find du dy. Du dy is equal to what? So du dy, x is held as a constant, right? So this term, e to the x is a constant. The y just goes away, and I'm left with, like you said, e to the x. Okay? Now, I plug that in, so u sub y evaluated at the point will be e to the 0, which is plus 1. It's not plus, it's 1. Okay. So, dv du is the square root of 2 over 2 multiplied by 1. And so I should leave with x. Right? And it's simple enough, so if I had more branches, it would just be a little bit more work. But see, even this question, right? You have never been questioned on a homework, or you only had one branch to do. He on the exam is trying to just see, do you know how to do these things? Do you know how to do these things? Right? Don't be like, okay, this question is 85 minutes worth of work. If you're getting it and you really have no idea how to do a question, maybe go to the next one, try the next one, right? Get as many points as you can, go back and see if there's some wording, some concept that can really shorten the problem, sort of thing, like those other questions, right? This was not actually that long of a chain rule problem. So the exam problem should not be deafeningly long.